My intent was really just to try it, to inform my digital design. I was looking for like an afternoon in a print shop or something like that. I called my local printer and I said, do you know anyone who could show me how to do this? And his answer was, how much room do you have? So, 3 weeks later, I was hiring a crane truck and moving a printing press into my garage, going, what have I done? And it took me probably 3 years to figure out how it all worked. I worked as a blacksmith artist and then as a graphic designer, and I started exploring letterpress as a way to kind of keep myself rooted in like a real analog trade. And the moment I had access to a press and type, I realized like this is actually what I love more. And then there was this new aspect that I wasn't expecting, which was the history of the equipment and the history of the trade and the history of printing. The idea that all of this happens in a context of 500 years of printing history was really sort of surprisingly appealing to me. The medium itself is growing again, which is kind of an odd thing for a 500-year-old trade that almost died out in the 70s and 80s to now be growing again. And a lot of it has to do with some big sort of cultural players using letterpress, talking about letterpress. I mean, at one time, there would have been a print shop in every small town, any tiny hamlet, because everybody needed something printed. I do feel a bit of a responsibility to share the knowledge in small bits or in big bits. I've done the legwork and now it's easier to hand it off. I'd love for it to be easier for someone to learn letterpress than when I went to find someone and there just wasn't anyone. The last 2 weeks I've been meeting with youth in Sparwood and teaching them block printing, and it's astonishing how interesting they find it. One kid yesterday said, "This is actually surprisingly fun."